All too often we tend to focus on the scams that are very prolific on the internet and in dating scenes overseas, but rarely do we actually look at ourselves and consider the fact that we're hypnotized for all practical purposes. We're hypnotized by the beauty of these women overseas, hypnotized by uh, just the sheer intrigue of being with this incredible, beautiful woman, that we lose sight of really what's at stake, and we get sidetracked. We get so wrapped up in ourselves that we don't understand that we're really infatuated with this person that is in front of us, whether it's in person or on the internet. And so, guys, I really want to encourage you to, as you do your searches online, be careful and think about, this individual that you're looking at. Is this a supermodel? Is she seductively dressed in revealing attire? Is her hair really done up? What is it that is pulling you in? Because oftentimes when we see these things, gosh, it's really hard to have a clear mind about things. And so understand that there's a real art that these ladies are sometimes employing on some of these websites. There's a term, and it's called, if I'm pronouncing this right, it's Kitri. It's Khriti. And women in the Slavic world, both in Ukraine and in Russia, they're taught by their mothers to have this personality about them. And what this means really is to be cunning, to be, to outfox their man. And the reason why is because, a decent, good man is very hard to come by. And so the women kind of grow up with this idea that they need to be as attractive as possible to pull their man in. So don't let that, deceive you. I want you guys to stay grounded in who you are and what it is that you're looking for, and not be so distracted by the looks. Certainly, we want to be with somebody who is well dressed and attractive, easy on the eyes. But at the end of the day, beauty fades, and it's really what's in the heart of the individual that makes all the difference in the world. And until you find that there's actual, chemistry between you and that lady, you won't ever know. And so if you're searching online and going to these websites, and maybe you're buying into these programs that they offer, just kind of be aware of that and take a step back. Don't be so entranced or drawn into their schemes of emailing back and forth. That's one of the bigger scams out there is the emails. They'll charge you an arm and a leg to kind of keep that conversation going. And I want you to understand that emailing is not really where it's at. You really have to meet the person face to face. So, consider these things and don't get so wrapped up in, what you see in the pictures, because that's really going to, take you down a long road that you don't want to go down. And so just be careful as begin this journey. There's so much at stake. Um, there's a lot of great agencies out there, and we can certainly talk about that at a later date. There's good agencies and bad agencies. Some people I've read on their websites who talk about internet scams. They'll say all agencies are bad, and that's not true. I met my wife through an agency, and while there were, I had personal criticisms about the agency's customer service, but at the end of the day, they really did me a good service. But just realize that as you search online, realize that the emailing back and forth, sending gifts, I want to caution you against that. These things don't really assure you any level of success. Oftentimes, what men will tell you who have been through this experience, they go over there, thinking that the lady that they've been corresponding with is going to meet them. And when he gets there, she's like, "Who are you?" And the man is like, "Well, we were communicating back and forth all these emails, and I sent you all these gifts." And she's just like totally clueless. And, so just stop for a second. I don't want you to rush into this. Again, as I said, until you have a face-to-face conversation, there's really no chemistry. You have no way of gauging, whether, you have any compatibility. And so if you decide to do this venture on your own and go overseas, I would say, don't don't establish any kind of email relationship. If you have an agency that you're dealing with, that's fine. But just tell the agency, look, I don't want to establish any kind of email relationship. I want to, meet some of your ladies face to face, and, go on the dates that they schedule you for, or, however they work it. So anyway, I hope this information helps. This is kind of a brief, video, but if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. Certainly like this video and share it if you like. Also, if you are inclined, I'd like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Ukrainian Connection, and my Facebook as well, The Ukrainian Connection also. But anyway, I hope you've gotten something out of this. And if you have any kind of, personal experience, whether it be with the emailing, or, if you just have any additional thoughts about getting wrapped up in, what you see online versus reality, I would like to hear from you. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Great talking to you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.